Okay, so it looks like we are getting a brand new Total War Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Troy, and this is pretty exciting because it's being made by a few guys who worked on the previous Rise of Mordor mod on Total War Attila. And why that makes this so exciting is because they've had a lot of experience with the Lord of the Rings modding side. They know what they need to do, they have experience with the engine, and moving over to a game like Total War Troy is going to be super exciting because a lot of the mechanics that you need for more of a fantasy-driven Lord of the Rings game are very much embedded in Total War Troy. The game itself, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I'm very excited to see what these guys can do with it because modders are the lifeblood of the Total War community, and I'm sure they can go ahead and even, create something amazing from Total War Troy, which actually did get way better. And also, this is pretty cool for those of you out there who really enjoy the Total War Warhammer kind of style of games. I know a lot of people much prefer the more modern Total War games, and this is going to be great for you because Total War Troy is very much aligned with that. They very much have that style of combat, they very much have that style of monstrous units, and it's just kind of set, I guess, away from the Warhammer universe because, as you guys know, Games Workshop are very, very protective of their IP. So that's one of the reasons, if you are wondering why the game itself isn't on like Total War Warhammer 3 or something along them lines. That's one of the main reasons. You don't want to wake up one day and find out that your game has a cease and desist from Games Workshop, or Total War is saying you can't do this because it's infringement on the IP or whatever, and it's understandable. You want to be a bit safer, and going on to something like Total War Troy is very much probably the safer choice. And also, Total War Troy definitely did have some good aspects to it. The resource system was really fun, the graphics looked great, the monstrous units were cool in the Mythos DLC, and there's plenty more the game can offer with the new modern diplomacy as well, which would be great, and lots of other mechanics as well, like the Hector and Paris like mechanic where you had to vie for control. You could have that with all the Orc generals vying for control of Sauron, and then whoever wins gets to confederate and form a mega Mordor. Stuff like that would be really, really cool in the game. So a little bit more about the mod. This is a mod set in the Third Age. It is called Where the Shadow Lies. So far, they currently have Gondor in the game, and you'll be able to see some of the pictures of them and videos in the background whilst you are watching this video. And a massive shout out to Frosty for sending this over to me as well. I really do appreciate it. It allows me to kind of show you guys a bit more of what to expect from this mod, but keep in mind that this is like mega early alpha stages of the mod itself. So right now we have Gondor. Later on, the first kind of, I guess, minor release of this mod is what they're planning on doing, going to contain Gondor. We're going to have Dol Amroth, Minas Morgul, and also Mordor as kind of starting factions that you'll be able to play in battle. A campaign is also planned for this. Right now it is going to be set on the vanilla Total War Troy map. However, later on they do want to migrate that to its own custom campaign map of Middle Earth. They're just having a bit of problems, I think they said, with the current kind of mod tools that they have access to. I guess they're probably quite different to the Total War Attila ones, so getting their heads around that and kind of figuring out how to create something is probably quite a large task in and of itself. So right now they're going to be focusing on just kind of getting a working campaign for people to play in the vanilla map, and honestly don't mind that too much. The map itself is quite large. You have lots of these little kind of islands that you can utilize, so there is still plenty to explore. And at the end of the day, I think people just love playing a campaign and making, most people can get around the fact that it is kind of like Greece rather than Middle Earth. And again, later on it will migrate. And as I said earlier on in the video, having like the resource system, you could do a lot of really cool stuff with that. The diplomacy is going to be super fun, and all the different mechanics will make the campaign really good time of things. They also plan on having a whole wealth of different beasts. Currently, right now, they are working on Warg Riders, a Shelob model, and the Shelob model is actually in the game right now. It's just lacking textures. They want to have fell beasts as well, so actually having like these monstrous flying units will be really exciting, and that fell beast will be leading the Witch King as well. So that's another thing that Total War Troy will be able to do that a lot of the other games won't be able to do. They kind of have this semi-dueling system in the game. They have these kind of individual heroes, so you'll be able to have, you know, Saruman and these monstrous kind of fell beasts and the Witch King actually duel each other, which will be pretty cool for sure. And you'll be able to have, you know, yeah, as I said, stuff like Shelob and other heroes. I believe like Faramir, Denethor, Boromir, and all these other characters. You know, if it's a character in the game or in the lore, you know, chances are it will be. I've seen the rosters and they are pretty large, so again, that's pretty exciting to be able to fight them off, and I'm sure they'll all be tied into the game itself. One of the big downsides for me were the battles of Total War Troy, but yeah, hopefully the modders can go ahead and kind of change them up a lot more. Some of my biggest complaints were like the lack of collision, which I believe has been fixed now, and also the kind of constant morale breaking, and a lot of that stuff is just down to balancing. So again, modders can adjust that balancing and kind of make the battles feel a bit more sturdy and a bit more, I guess, realistic, rather than just constant like breaking coming back and some of the other annoying things that the Total War Troy did do. And again, some of that stuff was fixed as well with some of the more modern DLCs. As of right now, we also have trolls in the mod itself. However, they're currently fixing some of the rigging issues that they do have, but they are currently in the game working fine, and I'll put some pictures up on your screen right now so you guys can check them out. Also, I'll be putting some pictures of the Orcs up on your screen as well. These are one of the newer factions that they're currently working on alongside the Warg Riders, Shelob, Fellbeast for the Witch King. These are some of the other ones that are also still very much a work in progress. So that is super cool. This will also be available on both Epic Games and also Steam. So if you did end up getting the game for free on Epic Games when it first released, then you don't need to worry that you won't be able to play this, because I believe Creative Assembly did implement some form of modding support on Epic Games, so you will be able to just download the pack itself and drag and drop it in. But that's a little bit further on later on down the line. So again, if you did get the game for free, there's no reason not trying this mod out. So there you go, guys. That is going to be it. I just wanted to make this video because this is a cool Lord of the Rings mod, and I wanted to support the guys who are making it, kind of, let you guys know about it as well. So I'll leave a link to their Discord down below. Definitely go over there, check it out. It's the best way to stay up to date. They obviously sent me all these different pictures and all the other glorious stuff, so I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and fish out.